Hey, what's up everybody? It's Johnface Moto. Today's video is about the importance of wearing a full face helmet. I got in a motorcycle accident last Friday. It's the following Monday. I'm just able now to be able to walk around. I was pretty beat up for a few days. Last Friday morning I decided to take my bike. It was about 32 degrees out. It was a little cold, nice and sunny otherwise, so figured, you know, being the beginning of December, it was a nice day. I like to ride as long as I can during the season. We live in New England, so I know that the end's coming soon. Usually as soon as the first snow and the salt starts hitting the road, I put the bike away for the season. So I figured I'd take the bike. I was just running an errand. It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. So I was only going 2 towns over. So I took the bike and I was probably about a mile away from my house. And the pedestrian crosswalk, there was a new one put at an intersection near a school in the town that I live in. I was unaware of it. I was traveling down the street doing about 30 miles an hour. It was very low traffic, and I was probably about 3 car lengths from the vehicle in front of me, and a pedestrian hit the crosswalk, and the flashes came on, and he, saw the flashes and basically slammed on his brakes not to drive through the flashing yellows in the pedestrian crosswalk. I looked up, it took me like, I was doing 30 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden he's at a dead stop. So I applied both my brakes. Tires were not up to temperature quite yet. So I ended up low siding, and I slid about 35 feet. Didn't make contact with him. I probably wouldn't be here to tell the story. I ended up going down real fast, real hard, bounced my head right off the road. Still stayed on the bike, and I was sliding, and I pretty much thought it was over. The impact on my head was very intense. I didn't lose consciousness, but I basically I saw a flashing light, and I never went out, but I ended up coming to a stop, and I ended up falling off the bike eventually, and everybody was running to my aid. Are you okay? And I was basically just sat there on the curb and couldn't believe it because it happened so fast. And I just checked all my limbs. I was in shock, and I ended up being okay. My ribs, I think I might have cracked a rib, or I got a bruised ribs on my left side where I went down. But basically, the helmet, saved my life completely, because if I was wearing a half shell or a little beanie, skull cap, I would have been done, because the impact was so dramatic, and I landed on my face. I'll show you a close-up of my helmet. You can see right where the impact was, and it was basically on the chin bar and the bridge of the nose, and the whole side right here on the shield, and the helmet did its job. Basically, it absorbed that blow, the initial one, because I think that would have cracked my head apart. For sure, because it was super hard, and I'll never ride without a full face DOT approved or Snell helmet ever again. Not even to go run to the store. I'll always wear boots, and I had a thick leather motorcycle jacket, riding jacket, and I had gloves on, and other than a little bit of, I had a little burn through on my jacket. Didn't rip apart the jacket, but I lost some skin on my elbow, my knee. That was just from the heat that was created from the slide. So I'm all done. You know, summertime, I'm wearing, you know, at least a jacket, a helmet, gloves, and boots, and good pants, because for so many years I've taken so many chances with, you know, riding in vans in the summer, or, you know, wearing a half-ass beanie helmet. No more of that, because it happened so quick. It was close to home. It came out of the blue on a road that I've traveled down a million times. And I think 90% of it was, you know, the tides it was freezing cold out, first of all, so I probably won't be riding in temperatures that low unless it was a real emergency. But it wasn't a necessity, you know what I mean? The motorcycle is just a secondary vehicle. It's not like that was all I had. But for that split second, my tires didn't have enough grip, and it was basically like I might as well have been on, the tires might as well have been made of plastic, because it was just slid out. I'm thankful that it was just a low side. I'm glad there was no impact on the end, on the slide. I didn't hit a curb or anything. It was on a straight shot. If I was in a corner, I would have ate the curb, and I for sure would have been a lot worse. So the bike, you know, took some front end damage, but the crash bar, you know, saved the whole side of the bike basically. You know, little front end work, new front fender. My fairing got completely cracked in half. But could have been a lot worse. The bike can be replaced. You know, that's not a big deal. I'm just glad I walked away from it pretty much unscathed. But the moral of this story is the helmet is crucial. Get yourself a good full face helmet, because I mean, I guarantee I wouldn't be here talking right now if I didn't have that on. But I wanted to give a shout out to Biltwell lane splitter helmet. You know, I tested it out firsthand and it works. It saved my ass. So I'll probably be buying another one of those, or I might invest in a little bit more high end. The Biltwell is a great helmet, don't get me wrong. It worked when I needed it to, but for sure, full face all the way. Just wanted to give this little message out to the subscribers and anybody who's watching this. It's not worth the risk, man. You know, if it's hot out, you suffer through it, or you just get yourself some nice cool summer riding gear. Wintertime, I'm not riding in anything below 45 degrees from now on. It's just not worth it for me. I got lucky on this one, but just wanted to give you guys an update. If you can, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, check out my other content, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Take care, stay safe out there.